What's up, everybody? I took the deck off the John Deere X540 today. I have it up in the air, as you can tell. I don't know if I've ever had this deck off, but anyways, what I was trying to do was just kind of lube everything that needed lubed on it. This is a 48-inch deck, as you can tell from the sticker on here. But I was trying to check belts and grease it and keep the rust at bay. So I know it ain't super pretty, but I wanted to keep the rust at bay. There was rust going on right here and the paint was flaking, so I flap disc, got all the chipped paint off. I accidentally did a little, I tried to wipe it off, so I didn't want it to look too hillbilly, but it'll keep the rust from getting worse. So there was a spot, and here was a spot here. And so I greased it on a 48-inch deck. There's only 3 greasing points for each spindle, mower deck spindle. Right there, and right here. I also took these covers off. They're only held on with 1 bolt, each cover is. So right here's a bolt, and then on the left side there's a bolt right here. And then there's like plastic. It's like a round piece, and you have to have this cover like just right in 2 slots, and then you just kind of slide it into place and it kind of locks it there, and the bolt holds it is what happens. And that's it. But I've checked everything else, and all these other spindles are in good shape. They're all really good, tight, nothing's loose or messed up or anything, so that's cool. All these are working like they should. They're not wore out or messed up. So overall, the deck's in pretty good shape. I had a slug that was hiding back here in a lip. But there was another spot, couple spots. There was a spot up here, so I did that. And then of course, this always happens here if you're rubbing against stuff. So I did that there. So it'll look a little bit better, but my main goal was just keep the rust at bay so it doesn't get worse. So, and then I went and greased the front axle. So I've already did these caps. I've already had these out, and I've already greased these. I took these out just a couple of years ago. I bought these new caps. They're aftermarket, and yeah, they did the same thing that the factory ones did. They split, and they didn't split when I put them on. They just split from sitting. So yeah, I don't know what prevents that from happening, but I'll probably just buy some more. They're pretty cheap. But anyway, so on these, your greasing point on the X540 model anyway, mine, right here's one. There's one right here for your power steering. Let me crawl under here. I'll show you the rest of them. Yeah. Then you got on your front axle, right there. There's one right there. I'll come back a little bit so you can see. That's where your front axle is, your pivot point. And then there's a grease fitting right there. And the other one for the other side right there. Now I'm using Mobile One grease only because I have an abundance of it from when I worked at a book factory and they closed the doors and they were just throwing stuff out. So I got like enough to supply me the rest of my life. So that's all the greasing points that I have found. I even brought out the manual, which I have never looked through this manual. But it said on the left fender pan somewhere there was another grease fitting, but I don't know if it was for the X534 or a different model. It could be. It didn't specify, but I didn't see one. But I did grease some other points because these pedals for your forward and backward, they were getting kind of sticky a little, so I did spray some heavy duty silicone spray like up in here, a little bit, and then I back in here on these little stupid plastic bushings. They look plastic anyways. So I kind of went back in there, and then back in the back underneath, I kind of sprayed some stuff down just to kind of lube it up a little bit better. I sprayed here for the parking brake. That's a massive they overkilled on the parking brake for this sucker. I mean, look at it. I'll show you. You got these chintzy little steel pedals for your forward and your backward. But look at this sucker. I mean, I guess they wanted to make sure that you were able to see where the parking brake was. The only other thing they could have did is painted the damn thing yellow or neon something, red or orange, I guess. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, it said somewhere under the left fender pan from the manual, and I was looking everywhere up in here. Oh, I also sprayed some silicone up around in here. Up in here, well, like it's anywhere I saw where it was pivoting. So just for the heck of it, but I'll show you here. So this is the original manual for this. But let's see, page 29 is all. I've never messed with this manual, to be quite honest. But I am glad I found the manual for this, because I'm gonna change the oil for the, let's see, third time in its life. Okay, let me show you what I was talking about. Oh, okay, so here. So lift pedal assembly. Location, grease fitting under left side of fender pan. So as you're sitting on it, I'm guessing left side, and I've looked, and according to this photo, I've been looking, and I have not seen where the fitting is. There's no fitting. Somebody at Deere, whoever did this manual, is they smoked too much of something, because yeah, I didn't see one darn fitting anywhere. It looks to me like it should be like somewhere, looks like it should be somewhere right here, and it's not that, obviously. But as you can see, there is no fitting. I mean, I don't know what in the world they're yakking about. There's definitely not a see if you crawl under here some more. So here's some of the, so this is attached to the, some of the, well, this is for the deck. This is a hanger for the deck right here. But anyways, oh, here's the underneath of an X540. Just so you know, that's where you change the, this is where you change the oil, and the filter is inside here. Gotta be careful. If I remember right, there's like a spring in there. I have never changed this transmission fluid, but it says to do it like every, I think 4 years or 400 hours or something. I don't know, but it's way past 4 years, and it hasn't gotten 400 hours on it yet. So I'm going to change it anyways, because it's definitely past the 4 years. I have never did that. I have changed the fuel filter on this, and I have changed the oil in this, but it had the original Deere filter, and my dad had in a baggie the Kawasaki filter, so I put the Kawasaki filter on, but I'm going to put a Wix filter on it this next time. I have changed the plugs in it. I did put new plugs in it when I changed the oil back in 2020, but I haven't put much hours on it from when I changed it. If I remember right, it had like 200 hours, and now I have 18.6 more hours than that. So honestly, and as much as I use it, but I can show you here. I think it's got 218.6. So yeah. But anyways, I do love this seat though. This aftermarket seat. If anybody's looking to buy a seat for one of these, like the original, because this is the original. They have a low back that doesn't have this handle, but the original had this. I highly recommend this from Amazon. I really do. I love it. This seat is fantastic. It's so much better than the original one here. It's more cushy. The yellow is a little bit brighter, but I mean, come on. I mean, it looks great. It's not like it's neon. So it looks good on this tractor anyways. But yeah, these are pretty stout machine. I'm pretty impressed. But I don't use it for much. I'm light duty with it, you know. Where I live, there's not much going on. So, but anyways, peace out.